Hello viewers and welcome to another Doctor Who episode review. And today I'll be reviewing The Space Museum, which is the 6th episode of the second ever season of Doctor Who. And just before I start, you might have realised that I've started reviewing the Series 11 episodes because they're new and I just thought I'd do it as they come out. But obviously I'm carrying on with these classic reviews. So it is the Space Museum. So it is written by Glyn Jones and it is a 4-part story. Part 1 was called Space Museum, Part 2 the Dimensions of Time, Part 3 The Search, and Part 4 the Final Phase. And this is kind of like a prequel to the next story, which will obviously be the next story that I'm reviewing, which is The Chase. But yeah, and William Hartnell's the first Doctor. There's Jacqueline Hill playing Barbara Wright, William D. Russell playing Ian Chesterton, and Maureen O'Brien playing Vicky. And the story ran between the 24th of April to the 15th of May 1965. So yes, this is the prequel to The Chase, I'd say. And from what I've seen, there's very sort of like mixed reviews. Some people actually like it, most people don't like it. They think it's a bit boring. But to be honest, I think it's not bad. Because there's definitely been worse First Doctor stories, but there definitely has been a lot better First Doctor stories. Space Museum, so they land on this planet, and it's basically they find themselves in a space museum, and they basically see themselves as exhibits, and it's kind of like a lot of running around, a lot of talking about how they'd become, if they didn't fix what were going on, how they'd become exhibits in the museum, and that's basically how their lives would have been if they didn't sort out this problem. I haven't seen this episode for a while, by the way. I'm just trying to cast my mind back. So yeah. So the exhibits were like representing how they would be if they didn't sort out this problem that they were facing. And obviously they couldn't understand why that was happening. And obviously there was I think they were called Xerons or something, which were the people on this sort of in the museum, should I say. And it was basically the Doctor and the companions talking their way out of it, really. There weren't really much going on, to be honest. It was a good prequel to The Chase, I'd say, because there was some sort of like really good lines there, I'd say. And I like how the Doctor talked about like the fourth dimension, how he's mentioned that before. I think he mentioned it in The Little Child, if I'm not mistaken. But he was always like wondered what it would like to travel like fourth dimension and know how to do it and experience that a little bit more. And he's questioning himself how this sort of thing could happen and kind of what the fourth dimension actually is, and that's kind of like the main bit that I've taken away from this. I think it's quite good effects to, the TARDIS and the Doctor walking through it. I think that's good effects for the 60s. It's very foreshadowing that there were a Dalek in there, and then the Doctor making fun of it as if, oh, look at me, I'm in a Dalek. Destroyed them ages ago. And then obviously, as we see from the cliffhanger at the end of part 4, it's the Daleks who are behind this, and the next episode is called The Chase, and it's basically them trying to track the Doctor down and his companions and the TARDIS and everything. So it's quite nice how it builds up to the next story. Few nice little bits, but it's just a little bit dragged out. It should have been a two-parter, I'd say. There's not really much to say about this episode, but it has been quite a while, fair few months since I've seen it last. But yeah, that's all I've got to say, and yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it as that. It's great build up. I think it should have been a two-parter really, but it's not the worst episode in the world. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that, and so the next episode review that I'm gonna do is The Chase, and as well the Ghost Monument from Series 11. Yeah, nothing much to say about this episode, unfortunately. It's not the best and it's not the worst, but it's certainly worth a watch for the build up for the next episode, for the next story. So I think that's pretty good. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it as that. So I'll see you later in my next review. Bye.